first of all, I want you sitting back in your chair with your feet sort of pretty flat on the floor. If your feet aren't flat, you can move yourself slightly forward. And we just want to close our eyes just for a few seconds to arrive on the chair. So the hands are just going to be placed on the legs. And what I want you to do is close your eyes and connect to your breath. So think of your oxygen that's coming into the body through your nostrils. We never breathe through our lips. Always remember to seal your lips gently and take a nice breath into your nose and let it out through the mouth, and just let the breath leave the body. And we'll just take one more of those nice deep breaths in through our nostrils, and we'll just gently release through the lips. I just want you to scan your body gently. I just want you to scan your feet, your ankles, your calves, your shins. And I just want you to notice, is there anywhere in your body you're feeling any tension today? Any wee aches, any wee pains in the body? And then I'm going to invite you to start to relax around the buttocks, soften into the back, neck and shoulders. Just let the shoulders relax away from the ears. And we're going to come to the back of the neck. We're going to take a nice breath in, and on the out breath we're just going to gently drop our chins down towards our chest, just to release in there at the back of the neck. And then we're going to slowly lift the chin back up again. I'm just going to get you to gently turn your chin to the left or the right. Bring the chin back to the center and just turn your chin in the other direction. So we're going to bring our head back to the center again, and then I'm just going to get you to draw wee circles. So think of going to the left collarbone, to the right collarbone, take your chin up gently, and we do that again. So if you hear a little noise in the back of your neck, it's just our pockets releasing. And releasing stress and any tension from the back of the neck, and we go in the other direction. Remember, this is one of the areas that we do hold a lot of tension. And we just go round in the opposite direction, nice and slow. Noticing how your neck feels as you go round. And then we bring the head back in line with the spine. We start to soften around the top of your head. Let your scalp relax. Just let the face soften. Let your frown lines soften. And then just let your shoulders melt away from the ears, just releasing any tension in your shoulders. I'm just going to get you to place your right hand on your tummy. And as you breathe in, I'm just going to get your tummy to rise on the in-breath. You just feel your tummy move gently on the in-breath and release back on the out-breath. So what this wee breath does, it sends oxygenated blood to the pelvis, legs and feet. But breathing into the tummy also releases any nervous tension you have in your stomach. Sometimes our stomachs can get pretty sore, and a lot of the times it can be caused from anxiety and stress. Your stomach and your mind are a mirror of each other. So just by breathing into the tummy, we can help release any tension. We're going to move our hand from our tummy, and we're going to breathe into both our lungs. You might need to sit a little straighter for this because you have front, side and back lungs. So we're going to breathe into the lungs. You want to feel the stretch front, side, back lungs and the in-breath. And on the out-breath you release. They'll just close in again. Think of an accordion in your mind, or think of two balloons underneath your armpits, and breathe in again. So what we're doing now is we're bringing oxygen into the body through the front, side, back lungs. The stronger the lungs, the more oxygen coming into the body, the more energy we have and the better we feel. Take one more breath. And then I'm going to get you to place your right hand again just on your collarbones, just on your throat. And we're going to breathe into our hand now. This is the hardest part of the breath. It's called the pranayama breathing. And just breathing into the hand just helps to send oxygen and blood to the cells of your brain, to the back of your head, but it also helps to release stale energy from your throat. It's one of the areas we don't breathe into on a normal basis. And if you don't feel the hand rise too far, remember, just let it be. Just breathe in through the nostrils at all times and to the hand. And then I'm just going to place your hands back on the legs, and I'm going to ask you to combine all three, tummy, lungs, throat. So it's a nice breath in, tummy, lungs, throat. I'm going to ask you to pause at the top of that breath, bringing so much.
We've finished the warm-up phase, and we've
Yes.
done the upper body. We're now working on the lower body.
Yeah,
That's
just want
great,
to do
Debbie, thank
some
you.
on the lower body. Up on the toes. And all I'm going to do is get you to circle your ankles. That's you. Nice circles in your ankles. One direction. So this will help to bring mobility back into the ankles. If you have any circulation issues, remember all our issues are in our tissues. So this just helps to release the tension in your feet. And then we're going to put our feet on the floor. Now imagine there's two wee dots on the floor. You put your toe on them, and then you put your heel on the same dot. You put your toe on the dot, you put your heel on the dot. So you put your toes and your heels. Nice and easy.
Kind of like Irish or Scots country dancing.
Is it?
Just a wee bit.
Heel, heel, toe, toe. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Two more. So you could sit and practice these every single day watching television, and then just put your feet down, and then we're going to start lifting our knees. Now, hands are great tools. If you need to lift your knee and your knee just doesn't come up, use your hands.
Okay.
See, one hand at a time, or you can use the two
And how
hands.
far up, Debbie?
You just go as high as you feel comfortable.
So,
Yeah, we're working our knees, we're working our hip flexors.
okay.
Okay, so then you could probably sort of think all the reasons and all the things you would do to lift the knees. I always say to my class, if you come in and the class had moved upstairs and had no lift, you wouldn't want to miss your class. You'd still want to be able to come up and down the stairs and come and see me. So just a wee lift of the leg, a few more.
And stairs actually are a great form of exercise.
Oh, absolutely,
because they've got
fantastic.
banisters.
Absolutely
it's a safe
brilliant.
Way to
It
exercise.
keeps the heart, gets the oxygen to the heart if we go up and down stairs.
What's amazing me is you're
Yeah.
managing to keep your upper body still, and
Yeah.
I'm moving about like a ship under sail, you know. Well done.
You want to keep, you want to encourage your family, if anybody, just keep going up and down the stairs just as much as they can. And then we're going to put our 2 feet down. We're going to sit up nice and straight. And in between, we're going to do a sun salutation. So we're going to take a nice breath in. We're going to pause at the top. And as you're coming down, you just put your elbows on your knees and you look forward. That just keeps you feel your spine open, and you're going to get a nice stretch into the spine and into the sit bones. Gently put the right hand on the right foot. Now, if you can't go down, you stay on the knees, or you go down as far as is comfortable for you. If you went down and you like this stretch, you can look onto the chair. And then you're going to breathe in. You're going to come back up and put your elbows on your knees again. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to come back down to the feet. You're going to take a breath in, and then you're going to come up, and you're going to move all that energy, all that new oxygen of the blood into the body. Take another breath in. Pause at the top and take your hands back down again. So you're going to take your right hand in the air. You're going to hold onto the chair with your left hand, and you're just going to come over your ear, the other direction. That's you. Now, a wee tip for you. When you come into a side bend, the bottom arm, if you have a micro movement slightly forward, move the upper arm slightly back. Look at the difference. Just that micro movement, very, very simple movement into the body, and it creates more space. Remember, as we get older, we want to create more space in the body, just so more oxygen can flow through the body. Take a breath in and slowly come back down. You'll feel that open the whole side of the body. Now take the hand of the chair. We'll come up again. We're going to look up. We're going to take a breath in. We're coming over. Lower shoulder slightly forward, upper shoulder slightly back, and just gaze at the ceiling again. It just helps to elevate the body. Opens the whole side of the body into the armpits. Slowly come back down and just release. And then release your shoulders again, and we're coming back to the legs. We're going to need to work our hip flexors. So every time we sit down, our hips compress. Okay. So to open the hip flexors, we're just going to move the leg out and in. We move it out, sit and breathe out, and in. So we just tap out to the side and back in. And the lovely thing about this exercise, you don't have to go too far to get these hip flexors opened. Okay, so we'll try 4 more, and 3, and 2, and we'll do 1 more. And then we'll move to the other side. We'll do the same again. Sometimes you'll find, and I just noticed, we all have a looser hip. I can see that's your looser hip, and we all have a tight hip. We've all got one side that's tighter than the other.
My left side is dominant.
Yeah.
I use it for best balance.
Yeah.
For water skiing, for instance.
And usually find anybody who drives a lot, that's the hip that goes using the clutch.
Okay.
People come up to me and say, it's that hip. I always go, do you drive a lot? Come back into the center. You're going to come back to the first knee. You can imagine you're lifting it up with the thread, and you're going to circle into the joint now of the hip. This is really good for your knees as well. So it really helps to get the circulation into the hip, the synovial fluid. And then just go in the other direction. Again, if you're at home and you find that hard, just put your hand onto your leg and support it. Yeah, makes it much easier.
So would you want to, using your hand, would you want to lift higher than your leg is capable of going, or are you better not to?
No, just do what your body's doing. Now take the leg back down again. And again, we'll find the other side could be totally different. We might find with more space, with more flexibility on one side than we have on the other. And don't forget to breathe into it. So again, you could just nearly feel the hip opening here as you do those circles into the hip. And again, it's really going to help with the knees. One
of the things that confuses me is I forget when to breathe in and when to breathe out.
So you always breathe out on the effort. So say, for example, we're going to do our next exercise, which is really good for the thighs here. Think about walking, going to the toilet, everything that you would need for the legs. It's up, push out, bring in, drop down. Again, look, you can use your hands. I have a lot of people have to use their hands to do these. But I find once I get people into my class...
You get your legs so much straighter than mine.
But when people come into the class, they come in, and the first couple of weeks they're doing this. And the next couple of weeks they're doing this.
Yeah.
They're letting go of their legs. Their legs are getting stronger. I always use a couple of quotes. And one of my favourite quotes is, what you ignore gets weaker, and what you feed is getting stronger.
Well, I'm feeling it. I must be getting stronger.
Definitely. And if you don't look after this body, where are you going to live? There's nowhere to go. This is it.
There's no spares.
No spares. Breathe in, push out, breathe in, and drop. Lift up, push out, pull in. And I would advise maybe doing about 10 of these each day if you can. And again, use your breath. So when I say breathe in, so breathe in on the effort, breathe out, breathe in, breath out. Your breath is so important. So we're going to put our feet back on the floor. We're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to draw one leg out to the side and the other leg out to the side. So our inner thighs, as we get older, our knees want to do this, and this is why we get sore knees, because this is what our legs automatically want to do. So if we sit up nice and tall, and just put your hands to the inside, just to the inside of your thighs, and just sit up nice and tall, and you'll get a nice stretch here. And then you're going to put your hands on your knees. You're going to scoop in again. We did this earlier, so you're moving more into the two sides of your spine. So you reach to the knees, you drop your chin to your chest. Then you draw the hands back and you open out. This is going to help your lower back, but it also opens the chest and brings more oxygen into the body. Breathe in. So we breathe out again. We tuck in, we tuck under. It's actually called cat-cow. And then we bring the hands in again. We look up. We take a nice breath in. We breathe out. So you'll see yourself now with the breath. You'll be able to work your breathing pattern now, because look, as you breathe in, if you lift up, you're breathing in, because the only way to breathe is breathe in. And as you breathe out, you breathe out. As you come down. And then we just come back to our center again. We're just going to turn your shoulder, and you're going to twist over to one knee. So you're going to come into, you're moving into the sciatic nerve now, down into the hips as you come over. You're coming back up, and we're going to take the shoulder over to the other side. So basically you're just looking down the side of your foot and you're twisting into the hips. When you come over to it again, do it again, but this time, see, when you come over, put your hand to the inside of the opposite leg and just give it a wee, see, feel that, just a wee stretch, just a wee gentle stretch. And then come back up and take the shoulder over again. And again, you can just push gently against the inside of the thigh and just stretch again. And then we're going to come up. So we're coming over again, but this time come on down onto your forearm and stretch the arm as far away as you feel comfortable. And while you're stretching your arm, you're going to feel this really, really